Hey guys, it's Zapparoli here. For the first time we are live. So let's start the stream. I'm still testing some stuff out on OBS. As you guys can see here, I have a lot to learn from, okay? So please let me know if there's some audio problems or some video problems or if the music's too loud. I don't know, you guys tell me, okay? And let's have a great stream, guys, okay? So let's go. Let me just turn the volume a bit down here. Okay. All right. This should be better now. Okay. And for today, guys, we have a few plans, okay? First of all, I need to install the license for my Qlik desktop, because as you guys can see here, my trial license has expired, you know, and my version of Qlik is the November version too, so I kinda need to update it, you know. So here it is. I can't log into Qlik desktop, so we are gonna do this real quick here, okay? So how do we do that, Zapparoli? It's quite simple. Actually, I have posted a video before that explains how do you download and install Qlik desktop. And here, guys, we have a link for some Qlik product downloads, you know. So let's click here. All right. But for us to download the new version of Qlik desktop, that is the February one, and the trial file, we have first to log in here, okay? So let's log in here. I don't know if I remember my password, but let's try. Okay. Oh, wrong password. Let's try again. Alright, let's skip this, because I always forget my passwords. Okay. And here we are. We still need to... Okay, so here we are going to February 2024 release. We're gonna click here. All right. So we have the initial release. Let's click this. And here, guys, if you are on an enterprise environment, you will need to click here, okay? That's the Qlik Enterprise Edition, all right? But in your humble case, we are using Qlik Desktop, okay? And let's first download here the new version of Qlik Desktop. Guys, this version is amazing, because the layout container, the group container, I forgot the object name was implemented. And it's crazy how much stuff you can do this on this object, you know. Actually, my friend Tensini, he posted this something really crazy, man. I'm gonna show you guys here. He made a Street Fighter app demo, man, and that thing was insane, Jesus Christ. Let me show you guys here. Here. Oh, if you guys don't know already, this is Tensini. This guy rocks, you know. He makes some crazy stuff on Qlik. Back when I was a baby on Qlik, I was starting, I learned a lot from this guy, you know. And he's a fan of games, you know. And he made something really crazy of on Qlik using the new container object on Qlik, you know. So here he had his dataset, and this is what he's done with Qlik, guys. It's crazy, like the amount of objects that he's doing here, it's absolutely insane. Like he activates and everything sets up conditionally. So this is one of the craziest things you can do here that I saw. Actually, I think I'm gonna make a video compiling all those changes because I saw some guys on LinkedIn that also were making some cool stuff with layout container. And I'm gonna paste right here on the chat the link to his channel, so you guys can check it out and subscribe to him, okay? But let's go back here. I think I got too excited with this change. But let's download Qlik Sense Desktop here because I have the version of November, okay? And oh, I already downloaded, sorry. So let's first install it, okay? It's quite simple. And we run. And let's bring here. Well, since I already installed Qlik Sense Desktop before, I just need to upgrade. But if you are installing it for the first time, it's quite simple indeed, my friend. You just need to click next, next, and finish, okay? So let's upgrade here. We accept the customer agreement, of course. And here, we always leave these things checked out, guys, because there are some cool objects that came up with this dashboard bundle and visualization bundle as well, you know. So next, I accept and install. It's quite easy, guys, to install Qlik Sense Desktop. But before, it was a bit of a pain, you know, because you had to enter another site, you know, and it was too much, you know, and the site did not work properly. It was very difficult, you know, so when Qlik made this app here, centralizing all those stuffs, it made it a lot easier, you know. But let's see. By the way, Qlik has this new logo, and my t-shirt, it's the old logo, so if you guys from Qlik are watching, it will be nice to have a t-shirt with the new logo, you know. Just say, I don't know, maybe. But this t-shirt here is really nice. I love this one. It's very comfy, you know. And while this installs, guys, and let's download the unlock file. And if you are new to Qlik Sense, there are some instructions here. Let's read this, okay? It basically says here that okay, here what matters for us. Place the downloaded unlock file in the Qlik Sense trial folder on the computer where Qlik Sense Desktop is installed. By default, guys, the Qlik Sense is installed right here on the Documents page. So Qlik, Documents, Qlik, Sense. Here we have our apps, and the trial folder may need to be manually created as it does not exist by default. If the unlock file doesn't seem to be working in this location, you may have to place the trial folder in the Qlik folder under your Documents directory. And that's what we are gonna do now, guys. So let's create a new folder here. New folder. And let's do trial. And we can paste this file here, the unlock one. We copy it and paste it, you know. And Qlik, it's still downloading. Okay. But basically, when it finishes, it will go right, okay? Jesus, let me drink some water here. By the way, this is a very nice bottle indeed. I got this on Qlik World of last year. Man, I mean, I got some scratches on it, you know. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but it's amazing, you know. Hello, teacher Thaisa. You are the best. You are the best. All right. Okay, let me increase my camera here. Okay, this looks better now. Okay, so Qlik Sense still installing here. It will take some time. And meanwhile, let's take a look at the Qlik community. The Qlik community, guys. Let's go there. the Qlik community is an amazing place if you wanna learn Qlik Sense of all levels. If you are a beginner, if you are intermediate, or you are an advanced person, you can come here and you will always learn something new. Like, I work with Qlik for 5 years now, and there are some crazy stuff that I don't know that I learn here every day. So the goal here is to take a look at the questions and see if we can answer some, you know. Here's like, there are some quite questions, some difficult questions, you know, like that I look at it and like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. And some Qlik MVP comes here and answer it, you know. So we always have room to improve our Qlik skills, you know. Tensini is here. Your English pronunciation is very good. Do you have anyone to recommend to improve my English? Oh, my friend, thanks a lot. By the way, I have, and she's here. It's teacher Thaisa. I make classes with her for like almost 2 years now, or 2 years and something. And man, she's the best, you know. If you wanna learn English, her is the person. I'm gonna leave her Instagram right here on the chat. Let me get here, teacher Thaisa. Alright, there she is. Oh, this is her Instagram page, you know. She's the one who taught me English like I know now. And I really recommend her work. So if you guys wanna learn English, check her out, okay? Nice. Well, Qlik Sense has just installed, guys. So let's finish and let's see if it works. I hope. That is strange. I thought that was gonna work, but apparently it did not. Maybe because I'm live. Okay, because this never happened before. So let's see what went wrong, okay? So here I paste the trial file. Oh, of course, I did not paste inside the trial folder, you know, so Jesus Matthews, that's never gonna work. So let's paste inside the trial folder, not outside like I did, okay. And let's open our Qlik Sense app and bang! So our trial expires on Monday, May 13, 2024. So we have a few months to use it, you know. We have like 3 months so we can use Qlik here. So let's launch and wow, there is our Qlik Sense. Oh, I love this screen, guys. Like, Qlik Sense desktop is the best, you know. So we're gonna create a new app here that I always do when I answer some Qlik community questions. Let's Qlik community questions 1 live. Okay. And now, guys, this is where the fun begins. Because we are gonna blindly see some questions that I did not prepare before, because what's the fun preparing stuff before if I can embarrass myself in live? Or let's answer some questions, okay? So here, if you guys don't know, this is the Qlik community. Okay, this is the Qlik community. But our friend Igor Soares here made the question, when the trial expire, can I just download again? Yes, but no, you can't download the same file, my friend. You kinda need to wait for the next release. So probably in May, the next version of Qlik Sense will already be released. So right here on release tabs, we will have the next version, and you will click the next version and download the unlock file based off that version, you know. Because if 2 months from now I download the same file, it will still have the same trial time, you know. It will still be May 13. Okay, my friend. Let's open my Qlik Sense. Microsoft's desktop again. Okay, so when this expires, you're gonna need to load the new file based on the next release. Let me drink some water. So, Qlik community. This place is where legends gather. The amount of knowledge here, guys, it's insane. You know, there are some crazy guys here that answer the questions. And it's basically a fight to see who answers first, you know. And you can take quite a few valuable lessons here. But, so here we have the recent questions. So it's based on posted date. And the views, likes, and amount of replies this question have, you know. So the ones we are gonna take a look at are the unanswered ones. There's also unsolved and the solved ones. The solved ones were questions that people already answered, and the user of the question marked it as a correct answer, you know. So we have always like some MVP guys here answering, like they have so much Qlik knowledge, you know. So if you want to study Qlik Sense, come to the community and read those questions, because the amount of stuff that you get here is absolutely insane. But let's... Oh, okay, close it. Oh, sorry. So let's go to unanswered questions. But first, let me sign in again. Okay. Okay, here I am. So, unanswered. I answered some Qlik questions on the past that you guys can see on my YouTube playlist right here. I have some Qlik community questions answered, you know, with some friends too. They helped me. And guys, one thing that I have learned, it's not all the questions that I can answer. Actually, it's quite a few of them, you know. And then I look, Jesus, man, I have 5 years of knowledge on Qlik Sense, and I don't know how to answer some questions. Yes, they are quite difficult. There are some crazy scenarios that you did not found before. By the way, we have 8 people live here, guys. Jesus, I wasn't expecting so many people here. Jesus, thanks. So, let's go. So, Roy Bate here asked, oh, Jesus. Exclusion does not work. Set expressions. Okay. So he's talking about set analysis here, maybe. We have 2 tables that have only one dimension. User ID and nothing else. Table S users. Table E users. For S users, we use the following set expression. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's make some aggregations. Let's take a look at this for S users. Like I said, guys, it's not all the questions that I answer, you know. Some of them are, maybe I would need to spend some time here. So I always select the questions that I answer, but this doesn't seem, the answer doesn't seem to be on our faces. So let's take a look. He wants to create a third table that only shows users that are not in users. Actually, you can use the E and P on set analysis on this case. Like E and P set analysis. I think I made a video about this. I don't remember. So guys, this is a very nice function that you can take the possible values of an expression of a table. Let's see what he wants. This question is quite confusing actually, guys. So basically we have, let's take a notepad here. So he has the S users table with some IDs. Okay, okay. And the table E users. Let me type the correct numbers because he wants to compare to the two tables. Okay. For S users, we use the following set expression. Oh my god. It's not a good idea to use aggregations, but let's see. So he only wants the users with the standard active period. Okay, so let's ident this so we can understand it better. By the way, guys, this is a great tip if you are new to Qlik Sense. Instead of leaving your set analysis on the same line, you can push it to the another line so you can understand it better, you know. Indentation is the key for you to understand. Otherwise, it's a mess of words. Zapparoli, 2024. So, he only wants the standard active period and activity there on the payments and support. So he only wants the distinct user IDs aggregated by the user ID table. I'm not sure why he's doing this. Like, if he wants to filter this table. I'm not sure. Like, maybe he could do some on his load script. Table S users. Load user ID. Where then you could put all of these, you know. Standard and active here with the correct syntax, and you get the table. Okay, let's see what else. So for the E users, it has this expression. And okay, so the difference between those ones, it's the yes here. Okay, standard active period. Okay, so he's getting the same user ID field, and in one of those fields he's making an aggregation to separate only this. I don't know why he's doing this. This is strange, but let's see. We want to create a third table that you will only show those S users that are not in E users. S minus E. Okay. We tried the following with the exclusion operator. Yeah, I don't think the exclusion operator is gonna work. But it does not work. It gives a wrong result. Please see the third table in the image below. Okay. So he only wants the E users to appear. So here 1345 and 76761. I don't know, man. This question is not very well written. The expression is probably written correctly. There is no error, but it's not giving the correct result. But we cannot find out what the problem is and how can we solve this. Okay, so you want that you are not in E users. So we have our two tables here. Let's get. I would use the first idea you gave with E. Yes, my friend, it probably we're gonna use E here, okay? But I don't know how I'm gonna use E on this crazy expression, you know, that he gave us. But let's see, our result table is gonna be the S users that are not in E users. So this one right here, 32957. Okay, so this is the result table that we want. So let's go on Qlik and search for our app community. Let's make some code, you know, so we can express it better. So load, let me put this a little high. Okay, load inline table A inline. So we have here the user ID, all those guys. Okay. No concatenate, because if we do this, the fields will be the same and join together. So we press no concatenate here. By the way, can you guys see it properly on Qlik Sense? It's too small or something? Let me know. And our result table should only have 32947. So, okay, table B. Let's load. User ID. Actually, we kinda need to change the names. User ID B. Okay. So, let's see. Basically, his expressions are generating me those fields. Let me think. So he's generating a list and he wants to exclude the fields that are not. So it's basically using E, the E function. So returns the sales for the current selection, but only those customers that never bought the product shoe. The element function E returns the list of excluded customers, those that are excluded by selection shoe. So maybe we could like he's making like only user ID, and he aggregates it by the same user ID, okay? User ID. Maybe this will not work on like API, but on a table. I'm not sure. Let's go back. Well, we got a quite hard question for our first, guys. Maybe I will skip this one, I don't know. Let's go by steps. So only user ID. Since we have many user IDs, we can select one and it will appear. So let's make a concat here. Concat separated by commas. What is the syntax of concat? It's like this. I don't remember. Concat Qlik. Let's put this on English. Jesus. Concat is used to combine string values. Concat is string. Delimiter. Yeah, but I don't think I can use a concat without an aggregation. So let's aggregate it by user ID. I fucking hate aggregations. But that's what we have. So we aggregate it by user ID. Then we use concat here. Okay. Now the syntax is looking good. So let's type this a number and let's remove our selection. So here he got all the values. Guys, for you to answer questions like this, you need to be like Jack the Ripper. You need to go by pieces, you know. So here we have our list. All right. We have all the numbers of this list here. This is table A. Table A. All right. Then we can duplicate to table B and user ID B. All right. Jesus. Okay, so we have both of our tables here using a similar expression that he's using. That's the tricky question, you know. That's the difficult part. So we have our aggregation here. Maybe you can try putting the E with users inside the S users inside the set analysis. Yes, I think this is it, my friend. So here on our expression, let's see, user ID, our friend Igor Suarez here is helping us. Nice. Let's create a new KPI here. You mean this? I see. Maybe we need to do this in our concat. So filter here. I see what you're doing, man. I see. Let's create a new field here. It's way easier to pass this flag. You are totally correct. So here we have the standard active periods. That's the only difference between both of them. Hey Marcus, how are you doing, man? So standard active period. Let's say active period here. And the active period. So both of those guys are yes, okay. Yes. And those guys here are no, right? That's the result that he's giving us. So it did not save. I love Qlik sometimes. So basically here, we are gonna create a set analysis here, and the user ID of our first table, it's gonna be equals AE of exists. Remember exists, guys? Exists. The element function E returns the list of excluded, not exists, excluded customers. So basically what your friend Igor here says, let me get here. Maybe you can try putting the E with users inside the S users in set analysis. So we basically get the filter field that's saying yes, and we put an exclusion on it, you know. So we use E here, and your field is, what is the name of your field? Active period. Active period equals yes, Jesus Christ. Okay. And now, let me fix this syntax because this looks messy. User ID. We are not closing the concat here. I don't think I need this concat anymore. This should work. What if I put only? Hi Beatrice, how are you doing? Let me take a look at this syntax. The E is not closing. Wait. The E closes after... Okay, it closes here. One thing that Qlik should get better is the syntaxes, man. Like, I always get confused after, even after some years doing it, you know, so... Let's take an E here. Only. We still have an error on our expression, so our field here is gonna be activity period. Okay. So basically we are getting the users IDs that excluding where the filter active period is, using here on the E, and we return the user ID. I have some mistakes on my syntax yet. Let me see. Okay, I'm missing the closing of such analysis, I think. Falta retirar o último parênteses e adicionar a final do set análises. É isso aí, Thiago. Valeu pela dica, cara. Eu tô tentando aqui, só que às vezes dá uma confusão aqui nos filtros, cara. But valeu aí. User ID. Ok. What's wrong here? Okay, Jesus Christ. I was about to call my friend Legolas here with his elven eyes to see what was wrong here. My god. Okay. This is returning no because... maybe because those fields are not connected. I don't know if... For us to use the excluded, the war tables needs to be loaded. Like they need to be joined together. I'm not sure. Like they will need to be at the same table, I think. Like they should be like on one table, and this one is like yes, instead of us having two tables. By the way, we have 11 people here. Oh my god, guys, Jesus Christ. I was expecting to be talking alone here. My god. And I don't know about this one, guys. I'm not sure. Maybe we aggregate by user ID again. But if it was on the same table, we could just filter it using a normal set analysis, right? So it doesn't make sense. Like... This would exclude the only ones that we don't want. Then we would have our answer, but you know, we would need to concat and aggregate here. Concat. And aggregate by user ID. Then we would have both of your numbers, you know. But this is considering that they are from the same table. And taking a look at your question here, on my way of viewing, this user ID comes from a table, a origin table. I don't know why he separated in both cases here, because if the difference is only that, you basically need to do this. Like you make a set analysis using n, and you aggregate and concatenate by the same guy, you know, and you would have only the fields that are not in users. So that are not in the users. Only the S users that are not. So we need to show only one user. We don't need this concat here. Like it's quite simple. If you are only returning one result on Qlik, guys, you don't need to use concat and aggregation. You can use only. Jesus, let's see. What's wrong? Oh, I forgot. It's Y here. 32957. and 32957, it's the only user ID that is not here on the e-users, you know? So this kind of answered the question, but like, I'm not sure why he did all of this, you know, to generate this. Anyway, like, I think I'm gonna give my answer to him, that you guys helped me, you know. So I'm not really sure why. I mean, I don't know why he's making two tables here, for starters. If in the end he wants only to show the difference between those two, between the N and Y, I don't know if he needs to do all of this on the first place. Do you guys agree? Or I'm just crazy? I don't know. Actually, on his load script, he could separate this before. So let's take here our notepad. So like this, he would load his user tables and pass all of those guys as filters. In here would be Y. And he would have only the resulting table of these users. But this is on the back end. We are doing here this on front end by some reasons. Okay, there's not a problem. So let's get his answer here. His expression. Let's take a look at his expressions so that we can give him the closest expression possible, you know. Okay. Let's forget all of this. This will only work in a few cases, if there's only one case. But if you want to show all cases, we need to use this concat here. Because if we have more than one value, let's say that we have this is y as well. Okay, so it would return for us here. Okay. So in this case, guys, we kind of need to take a step back and look. Guy, hey buddy, but why are you doing this? Because if on your table you have user ID, you have standard active period, and you have activity, you don't need to do all of those aggregations to separate one guy. So let's give this answer to him. Not sure why you did those expressions. Let me know if I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know, you guys tell me. But this is what I would do. So here, let's see if I can insert some code here. I forgot what was. It was not an HTML. I forgot. Jesus. If your table has the... So if your table has the user ID, the standard active period, and the activity fields, you could do. Let's get our expression here. Oh my god, I hate this space, so small. So let's type here the standard active period, properly syntaxed. And the activity fields as well, since they are the same. Okay. As always, let's ident our fields. Oh, this is what I wanted. This code snippet. Jesus Christ. How do we do this? There's an element that does this. I don't know. Maybe it's HTML? No. Oh, here. Insert code sample. This looks way better. So this. Insert code sample. Wow. This looks so much better, guys. Jesus. But let's edit this and ident. We can't ident here. Jesus Christ. So let's put this on Qlik and ident it ourselves. Only. So only for those fields here. All right. Okay. So aggregate by who? By user ID. And concatenate by those guys. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this looks a little better for us to understand. So now, okay. So we do this. So let's take a few steps back. So in his table, he has those three fields: user ID, standard active period, and activity. Okay. So he doesn't need to separate it into expressions. He could only separate it in one expression. You know, if your table has the user ID, standard active period, and active fields, you could do this. Basically, you are getting only the fields that contains the Y on the standard activity period field. Then I use both aggregate and concat, put them on the same line. But maybe he doesn't want on the same line. Maybe he wants, I don't know if he would want like one on the top of the other. I don't think if this is possible, actually. Because here we are returning this using concat. If we remove this, if we remove the concat and use this on a table, doesn't make sense for us. Okay, so let's active period and remove this that we don't have on our example. Aggregated only user ID. Okay. So this works because both 45 for 15 and 32957 have the Y, you know. So only doing this aggregation here, it works. So we are gonna do this and put this print to him because we're separating his original user ID in a new field. That's what he wants, a new field. Then I use the aggregate. Then I use aggregate by user ID and return only the fields that I want. Let's take a screenshot. Let me know if this helps you. Zapparoli. Okay, but before we answer him, let's take a look at the question again. So, he wants to create a third table that will show only S users that are not in the E users. And the difference between S users and E users is only this flag. Okay. So S users, we have this one in common and this one we don't have in common. So this will be our result. And this is what we are giving him. So we aggregate and we will return only the fields. Let's preview our answer. What do you guys think? I think this is it. This was a really confused question, but this is the result. We generated a new field based on what he wants. In the end, the answer was really simple. We only use a flag here on such analysis, but for us to break the question was quite hard, so reply. Jesus Christ. That was a difficult one. But we learned some new stuff. That's what matters. And let's refresh our page here and get other questions. But let's get a easier one this time, guys. We spent like almost half an hour just on this question alone. So let's see here. I'm gonna open the null and take a look. Okay. Create a month-over-month sales change KPI. Hi, I'm trying to have a percentage change month-over-month KPI indicator for sales based on the selection of a date. I'm thinking on using such analysis for this to grab the max of current month minus max of current month minus 1. However, I would like to know if any of you have a simple way to calculate month-over-month percentage. It's not hard, it's quite easy indeed. But this question was probably answered a lot of times already. So, month-over-month Qlik sense. Sometimes the best answer of a question is a answer that already exists, you know. So we are not gonna reinvent the wheel here. Let's see here some stuff on the Qlik community. Yeah, this one doesn't look very promising. Month year date plus... Yeah, this looks okay. We could also create a month flag. I think Tensini teach me this already. Let's see if I can find the code snippet on my VS Code. Oh, I don't have VS Code here yet. Let's see if I can find it, guys. Just on the calendar. It includes transformations, Gene calendar. Yes, it was this of rolling averages that Tensini did. It's a very nice script to generate some as-of tables, some as-of calendar, sorry. But I don't think he has an as-of calendar here. So let's get back to our question. So achei a percentage change month over month. So if in 1 month we sold 500 current month, 500, last month 400. So he wants to get the percentage change based on the selection of a date. So when he says based on the selection of a date, we need to use max date. You know, we need to use max date, because this will always get the maximum date that the user selects. All right? Let me drink some water. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of setting analysis for this to grab the max of current month minus max of current month minus 1. I mean, man, this already looks simple enough for me, you know. You have some other ways of doing this, but I think this is what I would do normally, you know. Let me show him the as-of calendar. You know, because since he already knows the answer for our question, here we have a great article by Rick. This guy is the guy. So the as-of table is very important. It's a very important thing that we use on more complex applications, that we can easily get the rolling averages of any months that we want, you know. So I would recommend this article to him. So your solution is actually correct and it looks simple. It looks simple for me. if your application needs to use more, how can I say, like more complex operations using month over months, rolling average of some sort, you can use a as of calendar. As of calendar, Jesus, this saved my bacon sometimes already, guys. You can learn it more in this article made by Rick. In your scenario, I would stick with your solution. I would stay with your solution. Hope this helps. Zapparoli. I mean, it's a max month. Minus add the months -1. Like max date. He would use add the months here -1, you know, divided by the current month. The max of current month minus the max of current month -1. I don't know if he knows how to use the add months function, but here it is. Something like this would do the trick. Then where is the here? Review. What? What the fuck? Where is the Rick post? Oh, okay. My God. I deleted everything. Jesus. Well, this looks good enough for me, so let's reply. And that's 2 questions answered, guys. I'm getting tired. Jesus. But let's see what else we got. How to create daily schedule triggers in Qlik Sense using KRS reload task. What? I want to use reload task for an app via KRS reload task endpoint. Oh, okay, and set custom schedule for it. So basically, Jainisha here wants to create a custom schedule trigger using the Qlik API. I mean, I used the KRS API once, and that was just to trigger a task, not to create a custom schedule for it, you know, so I have no idea how to answer this. And let's check the documentation, because we don't know KRS API Qlik. The KRS API, it's the Qlik Sense Repository Service API. You can start tasks for an external scheduling tool. In my case, I was using Pentaho Data Integration, and I was triggering tasks directly on the Qlik QMC, you know. Change license configurations, but let's see if it's possible to create a custom scheduler here. Let's check the documentation. Retrieving endpoints, connecting to the API. Event triggers. These events, composite event. These events triggered on the condition of other events succeeding or failing. Task event trigger. Okay, so we can do a task event trigger or a normal trigger. This event is triggered according to a scheduler. Okay. Schema event triggers can be applied to both reload tasks and user synchronization tasks. The easiest way to create or update an event trigger for a task is to run through the KMC and retrieve the configuration through the KRS API. This event trigger configuration can be applied programmatically to a task. Update an schema event trigger. So this is a task that is on the schema API. Reload task. Copy the entire content from text editor and paste in the request body of the... So basically, I would need to create a task and create it with a scheduled trigger. So I would create a task with a scheduled trigger, and I would do this example here and get the contents of my task. Then I would see how it is created. This is an option. So I'm gonna try this, because Qlik doesn't give any examples. Let's see, create a schema trigger. Yeah, we don't have an example, and I have no way of testing this, because this would take a lot of time, and I don't have a Qlik server here for us to test, So the best thing we can do here is to guide her by the documentation, So to be honest, I've never had to do this before, but what are my where are my manners? So hi Jainisha. Hi Jainisha. I never had this before, but looking at the KRS documentation may guide you. I don't know if she knew that already, but I think it's the closest that we can do here. Maybe she has some idea on how to get this working, but I would create a task here on the QMC and get the information from this task using those schema events here. Okay, and see how she would need to pass it, you know. But I don't think she's that far from the answer. So let me put both links here. Oh, create a trigger event. And this one can be very interesting because you can create a task with the settings that you want and get them based on this documentation. Maybe this will guide you. So here is the second, updating the schema. Exactly on this part. Let me know if this helps. Zapparoli. The KRS API is very interesting, guys. I wish I had more experience with it before, you know. But yeah, she will need to break her head to discover this, but we did our best, and that's what matters. So let's answer her. One more. QS Mobile Integration with QS Enterprise. In quadrilateral ways, we use QlikSense Enterprise. The QlikSense Enterprise is available on intranet only. We want to use QlikSense Mobile Client Managed App along with QlikSense Enterprise. We need to follow queries. This one is more of an infrastructure question, you know. I have two friends, Nilmar and Igor, who knows a lot of infrastructure of Qlik. So maybe Dan would be the best persons to answer this. Because I don't really know much about the infrastructure of Qlik. But let's see what he needs. The enterprise and the mobile QlikSense client, they need to be integrated considering Active Directory of Azure. Okay. Is there any impact to existing on-premise? I'm not sure about the Active Directory integrations, guys, so I'm not gonna risk answering this because I would be wrong. So here's the question. If anyone wants to risk, I don't know. There's nothing to be ashamed of too. Here's another question of infrastructure, it looks like. Qlik Enterprise users. Which user is assigned to which stream? I think we can do this, but I will need to go to the KMC and take a look. I don't know by head, like, but I think you have a list of which users are in which strings. Maybe you can generate a report out of it, you know. But again, I'm not gonna answer without having clear proof. Difference between entitlement analyzer and entitlement professional. but for Qlik Cloud. So he wants to know the difference between Qlik Entitlement Analyzer and Entitlement Professional, but on Qlik Cloud. We can take a look at this. Let's see what we find. So he gave us a link here to the differences of the licenses. Qlik Cloud Licensing. So we have both analyzer and professional licenses that Andre explains here. But is there a difference on Qlik Cloud? Analyzer and professional license on Qlik Cloud. So here, Qlik Sense Enterprise. It does not look like there is a documentation for Qlik Cloud only. Oh, user entitlements. Well, he explains here the capacity license and the professional ones here. Professional entitlement or analyzer entitlement. I think there isn't much material on this, but this is it's something already, okay? Let's see security roles. It does not say about so here's about capacity. This looks promising because he wants to know what the professional and the analyzer does, okay? So let me close a few things here first. This one we already answered. These two, okay. We have this here that we could help our friend. Yes, I think there's only these guys. You can add users, assign user entitlements, but I don't think there's a difference. So there's not a documentation like this for Qlik Cloud. Analyzer and professional license. Let's see if we can find something else. This one is for Qlik Sense Enterprise as well. That's a good question indeed, because we don't have a document like this for Qlik Cloud. Like the difference between what the analyzer and the professional does, you know. Wow, there is none, guys. So the answer here is that we don't have it. Let's get the link here for the subscriptions. So hi, Oba. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it does not seem to. I took a look and I could not find anything like you mentioned on this article. Only a few informations on Qlik Cloud documentation. Well, guys, if we don't have it, we don't have it, you know. No big deal. So let's... What was the link? Licensing or deployment. Okay, here. Hope this... I hope this helps, but it will not help a lot, but at least we tried, okay? If there's no answers, there's no answers. Zapparoli. Let's preview it. I took a look and could not find anything like mentioned in this article. Reply. Let's do one more question if we find a short question to answer. Because it's already getting a little late. Let's see if we get some new questions here. This one, Sankey chart does not render. Calculate measure based on variable dates. This seems scary. Add the new column to primary key information. Pick match set analysis date range current month. Let's take a look. Oh, any print reports. I love any print questions. Has anyone had to create any print report and all the dashboard inserted on the template come out looking wide or on 2 pages? I mean, without some screenshots or informations, I'm not really sure what his problem is. But any printing has has a lot of issues, you know, when you're dealing with width and stuff like that. It always gives me trouble, you know. But without information, we can't answer now. I want current month date range using pick match. Okay. Pick match my field C1, C2. So pick match, guys, it's a very interesting combo. Because if his field is C1, he will pick the first expression, this one. If it's C2, he will pick the second expression. Pick match is very interesting. So I want current month date range in pivot using pick matching asset analysis. What? I don't know what he wants. Like, for you to get a question answered, bro, you have to give us more details, because you gave us our expression that picks between two dates, and you want the current month date range. The current month date range is this, like, greater or equal than your month. This looks correct, but I mean, let's go to the next one. Databricks. Databricks is very interesting. I used sometimes before. But like, this is a Qlik community forum, you know, maybe you have better luck on a Databricks forum. I don't know. So, you see, guys, not all the questions we can answer. You know, let's see, calculate measured based on variable dates. In the table below, the number of purchases calculated based on a hard-coded date. I can't see anything. Oh, now I can see. So, purchases, start date and date. Alright, so he has renewals, start date, and end date, 5 purchases. Okay. What I need to accomplish is to calculate it based on the start and end date for each combination of billing period and payment cycle. So the calculation of each value of purchases will be based on different dates. Using the formulas for start and dates in Satellus does not work. I mean, man, without knowing your data model, I can't do anything. You know, this looks confusing. Oh, sorry. So in this case, I will need to ask him to elaborate the question further, you know, to give me some examples on his data model. Let's see if we can answer one more question. Sankey chart is not rendering. I'm not really sure about this, because this is more like the extensions field, you know, it's not my specialty. And let's see here this question. Filter all the combinations of two fields that for a specific aggregation have a certain value. Basically, I want to create a filter that allows me to filter on all combinations of a country and categories that have a year-to-year difference based on last full month. What? I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna answer this one now, you know. Maybe if it was the first question. Okay, guys. I think that's the end of the stream for today. I'm quite tired already. Like, answering those questions really picks up on your brain, especially at this time of the night. But I hope that you guys like this stream. I plan to do more streams, at least one a week, answering those questions and studying for some other stuff. And maybe I want to do a stream of Parquet files, you know, studying Parquet files. We have some great content on the internet already that some of the Qlik members did. And I think I will see you guys on the next stream. Thanks a lot for coming, all of you guys. We have the 11 spectators today. This is a lot for me, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Zapparoli, out!